It was showing you what a Yonko was, nigga.
Yeah.
On his deathbed.
Yeah.
I got cancer. I'm walking around with an oxygen tank, but y'all got my little nigga. So what's cracking?
So he's spinning. Yeah.
I'm spinning, and no question.
Fade Rother. He's psychotic.
As niggas who have watched both, Naruto clears. Not the character. He doesn't clear. The show clears.
That's what I do with.
In y'all most serious moments, y'all still got goofy shit going on. That's why y'all will never be the GOAT. Ever. Fuck it, I said it. Okay?
One Piece do got a lot of goofy shit. But.
It do.
In the most serious moments of the show, peak serious, niggas done died, some goofy shit'll happen. Some Looney Tune ass cartoon bullshit will happen. That's why One Piece.
Relax, nigga.
I'm literally en route to get my third big 3 tattoo.
Oh,
so it's like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like I don't respect it. It's goated for sure.
And this is off topic, but just to talk about niggas dying, had Kinemon died when he was supposed to, he would be my favorite character, 100%.
Yeah.
See, but that's the shit I be talking about.
Yeah.
And I know
because that moment with that flashbacks and
I already know where niggas are gonna go with that, because like our issue with the whole Kinemon, like you want to talk about ways you can elevate One Piece, which is like I said, it's already bare minimum. It got to be in your top 3 if you watch shonen anime. It don't have to be, you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna tell you what you have to have, but like top 3 is a comfortable place for One Piece to be, no matter who you are. That's where you start putting it in those top 2 conversations globally.
Yeah.
For like an
seriously,
unquestionable idea.
That's a really good way to shape characters.
If he dies right there, that's a beautiful end to that character with what you said and everything that went on with him, and like how serious he turned when he got to Wano, the 180, the flip of his character. You let him get that death he deserves against Kaido. Yep. But no, you have this nigga get back up somehow. We don't even get it explained to us how the fuck he's still breathing.
It's because of whenever Law cut him in half, he never redid it, so it never reattached the shit correctly. Yeah. So he technically can still pop because he was his bottom half and top half was still split. That's how he got found. No, but that was, and I told you that when I watched it. I'm like, that moment of like him feeling complete, having those flashbacks to stand.
He was happy to die
and dying the way that he did, and it just didn't.
And you take that away from that nigga, bro.
It didn't matter. And not only would it have been a beautiful death for him, but like, how does that now shape Momonosuke, who has to lead this country without him?
His father figure.
Exactly what I was about to say. How is he going to lead that? That would reshape his character too.
And I already know the first thing niggas are going to say. Niggas are going to come at us for talking about the Kinemon shit and how his death was ruined and how it could have been this, that, and the third. Niggas are going to come to us talking about, y'all are Naruto fans. Pain brought everybody back after he killed everybody. Brother, listen to me. All that story shit y'all be trying to pull with One Piece and how y'all got an excuse for everything. Don't come to me with that pain shit, bro. If you didn't watch, if you didn't listen to the conversation between Naruto and Nagato, it's not like niggas just got brought back for no reason. Goddamn me! And don't do this.
Even if people want to say that, you look at pre-pain, all the deaths that happened. That shaped.
Let a nigga. No, because now I'm about to get mad. I had this conversation with Cash. Yes, nigga, I'm outing you. Cash had the audacity to tell me, name me an impactful death besides Neji. I said you fucked up.
Besides Neji?
I said you fucked up with going with Neji.
What?
I thought you were gonna say Jiraiya, but for niggas like you said early on, but for niggas like you said early on. That either want to hate on Naruto and try to discredit it like it ain't that, or just try to argue for the arguing sake. Damn Jiraiya, damn Neji. If you watched that show for real, if you watched the narrative and the story for real, come talk to me about Asuma's death, nigga, and then we can have a conversation. You want to talk about impactful fucking deaths? we miss me with that Jiraiya and Neji shit.
Yeah.
I'm tired of niggas doing this, bro.
Yeah.
Niggas, I get killed for that shit every time I say it with One Piece. How are you gonna get mad about One Piece not killing people or killing people and bringing them back? But Naruto does the same shit, bro. Technically, if you want to go that route, every anime does that, bro. Cool. But don't come to me about that impactful death shit and all you gonna talk about is Neji. Because it ain't just cash. I've heard that shit and I've seen it on the internet many times.
Neji is funny. That's a random death.
Like, and it was impactful in the war and like it meant shit, but like niggas always run that route.
It was a very random, unnecessary death that really didn't need to even happen.
It didn't even need to
like,
fucking happen.
it was just
so
weird.
Coming to me and saying that Neji's death, like, give me a more impactful death other than Neji, like, are you kidding me? Yeah. Come talk to me about Asuma's death. If you watch Naruto for real, if you are an anime watcher, if you love story, we don't even gotta consider Jiraiya. We don't have to consider Neji. Come talk to me about Asuma, nigga. Or another hard death if you fucked with villains and shit when Kisame died.
Or what I was thinking too, just to go the villain route, you take it all the way back to part 1 when Haku and Zabuza died.
Nigga, man, I'm about to. Hey, bro.
And how that shaped
Naruto for the rest of the show.
How that shaped Sasuke. How they shaped Kakashi.
And this is a nigga,
bro.
This is a nigga in Kakashi who had been through the trenches.
Yeah.
The trenches.
Which we ain't even gonna talk about the deaths that impacted him.
bro, you see what I got tatted on me, nigga?
Yeah.
Don't do that. Yeah. Don't come to me if you go. Hey, look, I'm cool with the smoke. I'm cool with having a debate between Naruto and One Piece on which is the GOAT, which one you feel like is better, even if you don't think they the GOAT.
Or even Itachi's death.
But don't come to me.
What are we talking about?
Don't come to me. Don't come to me.
That is random. That's random.
I'm
Neji's death is random.
I'm perfectly fine with having that conversation. As a nigga who hated One Piece off the fact that what I told him when he tried to get us to watch it.
Niggas don't die, yeah.
And I was deterred from the show. I grew up in a school full of niggas who had never seen Naruto, just like I had never seen One Piece, and would argue and try to say the show is better or Luffy is stronger, but you've never seen the show. I'm mature enough to know I've never watched it, so I can't fucking talk about the show. But now you niggas make me not want to fucking watch it, bro. I don't want to watch it. So it takes my older sibling to say, nah, nigga, trust me. It's peak. Watch it. And now I'm just like y'all niggas. I love the show. It's top 3 all time, no question. But don't come to me with a half-assed fucking argument about what show is better, and you want to talk about deaths besides fucking Ace. What are we talking about? Besides Marineford, because I'll add Whitebeard in there too. Yeah. Whitebeard's death was crazy, but we talking impactfulness, right? Okay, cool. Who the fuck knew who Whitebeard was? Whitebeard's death was impactful because it was hard as fuck.
I was about to say, and
it
because
was clean.
Because
it was showing you what a Yonko was, nigga.
Yeah.
On his deathbed.
Yeah.
I got cancer. I'm walking around with an oxygen tank, but y'all got my little nigga. So what's cracking?
So he's spinning. Yeah.
I'm spinning, and no question.
Yeah.
It wasn't impactful because we knew who the nigga was.
No, I was about to say his death was impactful because of the weight of who he was as a person, not because of who we knew of him.
Bro. What are we
didn't know
about?
him. Yeah, we didn't know of him.
We knew his lore.
Yeah,
we knew who he was, what he was in his prime, this, that, and the third. We had heard talks.
Yeah,
and now we get to see him, and I know my reaction when I saw him. This nigga sick. He pulling up with a fucking oxygen tank against admirals, and the first admiral we had seen was Kizaru. I didn't watch this nigga break trees in half the size of fucking mountains. What is this nigga's Whitebeard supposed to do? His death was impactful because it showed you what a Yonko was. It showed you what that top tier in the verse was. We didn't know that nigga. It wasn't impactful in that way. We knew Ace. That shit hurt because it was Ace. Who else?
I'm sitting here thinking.
Who else?
I don't know.
And I'm getting the Ace tattoo to finish my sleeve. I love One Piece, but who else? Odin. Odin's only impactful because we got his backstory.
Yeah.
So you can throw Odin in there. Yeah. So Odin and Ace.
But even then, Odin to me is harder to argue. Ace is Luffy's brother and died in front of Luffy. Odin died in a time where the people that we're following, they have no ties to him.
Odin's death was impactful once you got to the end of Wano and saw what he meant to everybody.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But it still
Right.
it still didn't mean anything to Luffy and them.
Right.
It didn't mean anything
The
to
main
the
cast
it didn't mean
or-
anything to the main storyline that we were following of these
Right.
group of people.
No,
but
but-
yes, it meant something to Wano in the country. Yeah,
What-
for sure.
What did we walk away from Wano with?
Right.
Yeah.
Nika,
Yes.
Zoro.
Yeah.
Yes. You don't walk away from Wano saying, "Damn, this nigga Odin's dead."
No.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
No.
Please don't get on the internet and lie, bro.
When it happens and we're watching it,
You're
crazy.
You're like, fuck.
But-
especially because he could have beat Kaido.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so in that way, you're like, fuck,
Yeah.
you could have had Kaido
But,
out of
but
here.
afterwards, no.
There's nobody that comes out of Wano and says, "Damn, Odin's dead."
Yeah.
You come out of Wano thinking this nigga Momonosuke turned up and he about to lead this country.
Yeah.
In his father's name.
Yeah.
You don't come out of Wano saying,
Now,
damn.
if you tie it to somebody that we are aligned with,
Kimo.
say Sanji died, somebody who's directly tied with it, we would still be feeling that now.
Yes.
We would be feeling that now.
You still feel Ace's death now.
Exactly.
You
Like,
still feel it now
we
when,
would feel that now.
when certain shit happens and it reminds Luffy of Ace.
Yeah.
Or like when even now, not right now, but recently, anytime he runs into anybody who knows who Ace is, this nigga has a pause. And he thinks about it. Because that shit fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Don't come to me talking about that. Naruto got shaped by Haku and Zabuza dying.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga Zabuza this nigga's the most feared assassin, bro. What was this nigga's name? His nickname? Fuck, I can't think of his
I
nickname.
know what you're talking about.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever his nickname was.
Yeah.
I can't think about it because I'm so fucking hot right now.
But he got it for killing niggas.
Bro.
Got it for killing niggas.
And
Yeah.
Neji
is so funny. That's funny.
and he breaks down into tears from a fucking 12-year-old. And this is a nigga who done been through the trenches, been through wars, been through big battles with Kages and shit.
Yeah.
And he told this nigga, your words cut deeper than any blade, kid. And he discards the mission and goes and kamikazes with a fucking knife in his mouth. Because Naruto, a fucking 12-year-old, done put a battery in this nigga back. For a nigga that they just got done killing. Kakashi stretched Haku, bro. He stretched that nigga. He was gonna stretch Zabuza. Zabuza should have died.
Yeah.
But Haku jumps in the way.
Yep.
This is a nigga we just stretched, bro. Gone. We just offed him. But he meant something to me after finding out everything he had been through.
Yep.
And you gonna sit here and try to tell me the little nigga that you groomed and the little nigga that you raised to be your hitman, he didn't mean shit to you?
Yep.
Fuck out of here. On my mama he did. Stop fucking lying to me, bro. We gonna kill you too, but admit that shit. A big homie, he charging up another Raikiri, bro. That's your ass. Bro, if you think we letting you leave, we not. But I want to, same thing with Luffy, bro. I want to hear you say it. We gonna kill you, but before you die, tell me Haku meant something to you. And he couldn't even lie to that nigga. He just sat there and cried.
Yeah.
And he said, you know what? I don't even got smoke with y'all no more. Let me see that kunai. I'm finna go stretch these niggas.
Yep.
And died in the cleanest way possible.
Yep.
That's the first arc of the fucking show.
Yes.
But niggas want to come to me and talk about impactful deaths. That's Naruto's the wrong
Yeah,
show to try that
that's
shit
what
with.
I'm saying.
Please.
Because yes, like you said, people in Naruto have gotten brought back for sure.
Yes.
Obviously, Kakashi died, got brought back. But even first of all, even with the people who do get brought back, those deaths still have crazy impact. But the ones that don't is crazy.
And that's the
It's
thing.
crazy.
And that's the thing. I love the point. I love where you went because you didn't put this battery in my back now, nigga. You said the impactfulness is when the death happens and then the person that it impacts, they walk with it the rest of the show.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's why I said we won't get for him to watch it. We won't get into it. But Kakashi's fucking backstory, bro.
Yeah.
And to that, like, he was already my favorite character. But the reason I went and got this nigga tatted on me was after watching his backstory. I'm like, fuck. What are we doing?
Which ties into the best fight of the show.
Nigga! Like, but you want to have this conversation about impactful death. Don't come to me talking about One Piece. Don't do it.
Yeah.
The show is, in terms of world building, I can't give you a show better than One Piece.
Yeah.
I can't.
It's great. It's great for a lot of things, but that is a pitfall.
In terms of overall characters, I can't give you a show better than One Piece. Character, not necessarily development, but like seeing characters as the show goes on. I can't give you a better show than One Piece. I can't. Power for power, some even though we don't like some of them, I can't give you a better show than One Piece. The way these powers is, devil
Weird,
fruits and
sort
shit
of
like that.
quirky type shit.
You got niggas that don't have devil fruits. That's the coldest niggas in the show. I can't give you a better show than One Piece. Yeah. But the seriousness and the tone of the show matters.
Yeah.
Kinemon is damn near the best example of that shit, bro. You have a nigga who arguably on some Jaime Lannister shit could have been the best story in the show. But then you ruin it. You ruin it. And I say that and your response is, what impactful deaths are in Naruto? If a nigga, I'll slap the shit out you. Not really. But nigga, like, what are we talking about? First arc of the show. Yeah. Zabu's on Haku. And that shit walked with that nigga the rest of his life. So much so to when they reanimated them in the war, they seen them niggas in froze. They was like, whoa.
Yeah. Yep. And then
this nigga Zabu's ass reanimation. How's my little nigga? Come on, bro. He said, is my little nigga good or what?